Welcome to the HomeKeepr webinar for Realty One Group. It's great to have everybody here with us. I want to give a quick introduction to David Weinstein, and he also has his partner in crime, Jackie, with us today. They're going to be talking about how HomeKeepr is going to help you stay top of mind to position yourself as the go-to expert in your community. So without further ado, I will turn it back over to you guys.
Great. Thank you so much, Athena. Thanks for having us, and thank you to everyone for joining us. Really appreciate your time. Speaking of time, we are going to try and move quickly through the presentation so we can get to Q&A and get you out of here in under a half hour. I'm sure you guys all have lots to do. Some housekeeping items. So this is being recorded. The recording will be available to you. It'll be emailed to you. We're also going to get a YouTube version of the recording to Athena. So there'll be lots of ways for you to get the information. The deck we're going through is available for download through this webinar. If you're looking at the recording of this video or listening to the recording, you can always email support@homekeepr.com, and we will do everything we can to help you. It's a very responsive email account, and Jackie Liberto, as Athena mentioned, is on the webinar with us. She's our client success manager, and she'll be able to help you. So speaking of questions and so forth during the webinar, just go ahead and fire away questions as I'm going, and Jackie will do her best to answer them as we go, and then we'll do Q&A at the end for general questions. Okay, on to the webinar itself. There'll be 3 sections to the webinar. There's just a little bit of background and philosophy about why you'd use it. Then we'll get right into the consumer experience, what the homeowner will see, and then we'll do some how-to so you guys can get started. However, yeah, just about HomeKeepr, right? So we have a partner with Realty One, the corporate group. We have about 200,000 realtors across the country who've signed up for our services. They've recommended over 400,000 individual businesses, and Realty One agents get HomeKeepr for free. So if you're on this webinar, or you're listening to this webinar, you can get HomeKeepr for free. And the easiest way to do it is through the zone. We're right in there. So when you're logged in, just find us in the zone, and you can just click on that button, and basically your account is almost ready to go right from that. You may have to add just a bit of information, but it's pretty quick after that. Oh yeah, in these webinars, I like to put a picture of myself so you can see who you're dealing with and see my kids. Have a rough idea who you're talking to. I'm one of the co-founders here. Here are my boys and one of the dogs. Happy days. Okay, so 3 slides on concept. As Athena mentioned, this is about staying valuable to your clients long term, and it's about your sphere of influence marketing concept. The cliches we use to address this are there's no free lunch. We've all heard that. In application here, the idea is if you have a network of home service professionals that you work with, mortgage title survey, right, lawyer, architect, whatever it is, those people are sources of referrals for you. And they'll be an even better source of referrals if you refer business to them, right? So if you want to get a lot of referrals from your sphere of influence, the best way to try and do that is to make referrals to them, and HomeKeepr is a platform for that. The idea here is you're using HomeKeepr to recommend your favorite home service pros to your clients and get the benefit of helping your clients and all that comes with that, and get the benefit of referring business to good people in your industry, because they're just going to be more likely to refer you. It's human nature. The other thing we talk about is expertise is not just what you know, but who you know. So knowing your market, knowing interest rates, knowing how to transact, knowing how to negotiate, knowing all those things is key. There's nothing, we're not suggesting you change a thing about any of that. But in addition, you want to bring to bear experts in your area that you can't take care of. You're not going to write a mortgage. You're not going to move people. You're not an architect in all likelihood, right? So you have to be able to solve problems for your clients by bringing them to the right people, okay? Sphere of influence marketing concept. Providing long-term client value. If you want your clients to refer business to you, right? So the average homeowner moves every 7 years or something like that. So that deal, that next deal from them could be years away, but there could be lots of referrals between now and then. So how do you do that? How do you stay top of mind becomes the challenge. Driving value, adding value, putting together a list of your favorite home service pros that the homeowner can use is key. If I'm a homeowner, and I am one, and there's a leak in my roof, I don't know how to fix my roof. Moreover, I don't spend my days knowing who good roofers are. So I'm in trouble right away. And rather than go seek a list of strangers that I can search for on Google, Angie's List, Home Advisor, I can always find strangers. I'd rather get a recommendation from someone I know and trust. And that's what this list is on HomeKeepr. It's your list of businesses that you are recommending to your clients. Are you guaranteeing their work? Of course not. No one expects that, right? Is your work guaranteed by someone who recommends you? No, it's not about that. It's about making decisions easier, reducing stress levels, and being there and adding value for your clients throughout the life of the home. They're not going to know who a roofer is or who to call the first month in their home, after a year, after 10 years in their home. They're busy living their lives. You can help them for as long as they're in the home. The question then becomes, how do we remind them? How are they going to remember that this list is available to them? Because let's face it, you just don't need home services every day. Well, there are two things we do basically. One is we send the homeowners customized monthly maintenance reminders about their home. I'll show you how that works, like a customized branded drip campaign from you. It's all branded by you. And we write a blog about home ownership that we send to the homeowners once a month as well. I'll show you how that works as well. So we're talking to the homeowner about the homeowner, branded by you, providing long-term client value. And as I mentioned earlier, and this is the last slide on concept, it's about driving business to your partners in your industry, because that way they are more likely to send you business. Any businesses you invite to HomeKeepr get a free profile. So remember, HomeKeepr is free to you. Everything we talk about in the services is free to you on HomeKeepr. It is free to your clients on HomeKeepr. The homeowners, there is nothing for them to pay for, even if they wanted to. There are no upgrades available. Nothing is for sale. Your listings aren't in there. It's not a sales tool. It's a tool to help them. The businesses that you invite all get a free profile. So it's just for them. It's like Facebook or LinkedIn. They get a free profile page. But if they want more visibility within our system, they want to grow their business, they have the option to upgrade if they want to. They do not have to. Okay, businesses do not have to participate. If they do participate, they don't have to pay. If they want to pay, they can for upgrades. And they're going to thank you for passing along their name. Again, sphere of influence marketing concept. That's it for concept. Let's talk about the consumer experience. Blogs and widgets are a big piece to it, but before I even get to that, I do want to show you the homeowner app, because it's one of the key things we do with homeowners. Here's what I mean. You set up let's say you set up a HomeKeepr account. You upload your favorite businesses. Then it's time to invite clients. That's great. You invite them digitally. It's by text or email or on social media, okay? When they get to your link, your HomeKeepr link branded to you, they can jump right in and search for vendors, make use of the system right away without creating an account. We don't force people to create an account. But if they do create an account, we then prompt them to download the HomeKeepr app. And when they sign in, they're connected to you. The app is branded by you, right? So I pulled up our app. Notice there are two apps that we have. One on the left is HomeKeepr, that's for homeowners. And the one on the right is HomeKeepr for professionals. That's what you'll use as a professional. But I'll get to that later. Let's look at the one on the left, the homeowner app. Again, it's branded by you. You are on the homepage, your picture, your logo. They can call you, email, and refer you to a friend right from the homepage of the app. Okay, that's good for you. What's in it for them? Well, first thing, as I mentioned, are these monthly maintenance reminders. Okay, and you'll notice there's one here, schedule a pool opening for May, right? It's getting to be summer here in the Northeast. How did we know they have a pool? Well, we do a survey about their home very briefly. We ask them some key questions about their home. Is it a single family home? What's the weather like generally? Because we have clients in Florida and in Maine and all over the country, right? What kind of cooling system? What kind of heating system, right? Do they have a basement and so forth? It's not every nook and cranny of the home. It's 13 questions long. They can bail out whenever they want. And it's just a way to get a rough idea of what their home is like. So when we email them, it can be customized to them. So for this pool opening reminder, here's what, why, and how, and your branding. Okay, so again, we're touching them once a month about their home, branded by you. Just the sort of interaction you want to have with clients. And then there's this directory of businesses in the app. Now this directory is coming up empty. I think my internet connection's a little slow here with the Zoom, but basically it's a directory of businesses that you have, that you've put together for your clients. I'll show it to you on the web in a second. The other thing, we have a couple other lightweight home management features. One is the manuals. All the appliance manuals for the home can be kept in one place. All the homeowner has to do is take a picture of an ID tag for an appliance. We grab the model and serial number, go find the manual, and it's available for PDF right in the homeowner's account. It's sort of a nice touch, nice thing to have all your manuals in one spot in a digital format. The other thing is receipts. Pictures can take a picture of any receipt, and then we will grab it for them, download, take the information, and put the information into their account so their home expenses are organized by date, business, and how much they spent. Again, it's not to get every inch of the home. It's just a way to add value and stay valuable for the life of the home. That's the first part of the consumer experience, the homeowner app. Simple, but effective. The other thing that we do for the homeowner is we write these blogs, and again, put a pin in widgets. I'll talk to you about that. So that's just a function for your website. Should you choose to use these systems, you can add them to your website. But basically, we write a blog twice a week, right? So as you may remember, we send it to your homeowners once a month, but we write it twice a week, and we send it to you twice a week, okay? You get this content. And the key things to remember about the blog is that we write it for you. It's content about homeownership written for you. It's branded by you, and you can pop it on social media. It's shareable. And then, as I mentioned, if you love this stuff, if you love what we write and how we're doing it, you can even put it on your website by using the widgets. Homeowners love the blog. It's a very well-liked feature. It's our most popular feature among realtors. Homeowners like it. We know this because they write back to us. You can see these examples of homeowners writing back saying how much they love it. And it has on occasion even led to new business right there. The whole point of all this digital marketing is to be there when the need arises, and people will take the opportunity to just write back. I mean, is it every time, every blog we send out? Of course not. But it's there. It's possibility. And as I mentioned, the widgets are these features that allow you to put it on your website. I'll show you an example of that in a little bit. So now with these blogs, what I want to do is I want to take the opportunity to transition from the consumer experience into how to. So as I mentioned, you will have a HomeKeepr account when you sign up. When you sign up, you'll be able to log in on the Pro app or the website. I'm showing you the website first, and we're now into the how-to portion of the webinar. You see, we're moving quickly, and we're going to get you to your questions as soon as we can. But again, you're logged into the HomeKeepr website as a realtor, and you'll see the different sections: my info, my vendors, my clients. I'll get into all that, my widgets. I wanted to jump to the blogs right now and show you what these blogs are all about, because it's a good way to get into how useful this thing is and show you how to use it. So you'll notice these blogs tend to focus, given what's happening in the country right now, we're talking about a lot of stuff you can do at home because a lot of people are at home. We tried to roll with the situation and what's happening in the world, because when this crisis first started, when we started talking about wallpaper, it just sort of sounded a little jarring given what's happening in the world. It didn't feel like people were in the mood to pick out wallpaper. So if you look back in the archive, you'll see what we tend to write about when we're not in the middle of this situation is all about the home. Home improvement, cleaning, landscaping, finance, HVAC, insurance, selling, right? It's all about the home. And the point is, all these blogs, and as again, we're trying to stay relevant given what's happening. This one's about being at home. This one was about raised bed gardening. A lot of people are putting together gardens while they're at home. Happy days, we're writing about it. We write the content, we send it to you twice a week, as I mentioned. And you'll notice as I scroll, your branding stays there on the left, and there's a nice article written about it. It's a nice, good looking image. And as I said, we write it twice a week. We send it to you as published twice a week. So when you get this blog post emailed to you, you don't have to log into your account. You can just click on the Facebook button right there and pop it onto your Facebook business page. You can choose to post it anywhere you'd like. The most common usage we've come across and best practices from what we understand is to share it on your Facebook business page. Share on a page you manage. You manage your Facebook business page and you go ahead and post it. You can post it on your personal page. You can post it in groups. Do whatever you want with it. It's your content. But to remind you, it's sent to you twice a week, but it's only sent to your clients once a month. We look back on that month to see which blog performed best, and then we send that out to homeowners. So that is the first how-to piece, which is when you get a blog, how do you post it on Facebook? You click on the Facebook button and follow the instructions there. Same with Twitter and LinkedIn and anything else, by the way. LinkedIn is an excellent place to post these things judiciously. It is a professional network, but we do see the responses are very good when we look at our analytics. So that's the first bit of the how-to thing in terms of the blogs. Now, if you do like these blogs, there are ways you can auto post it to your Facebook business page, and you can add it to your own pages by using the widgets, but I'll get into that later. Again, I want to get into the how-to thing. I just wanted to talk about what it is when you get these blogs and what to do with them in terms of posting on social media. For your how-to piece, I do want to go back to the phone screen for a minute and show you the Pro app, because it sort of gets into some good conversations that way. So give me a second while I get something ready for you on this end. So again, the Pro app is the one on the right with the red sash, and it's a good way to look at the key features, because this is sort of a scaled down version of the feature set on the mobile app. It's a good way to look at how to do things. So if you look at the sections, you'll recognize my info, my vendors, my clients. My info is simply your account information. I'm not going to go over that. That's fairly self-explanatory. My vendors is where you begin to put together your list of businesses. Again, you decide who you're recommending, not us. We're not going to tell you who to recommend. We're not going to tell you who not to recommend. And that's simply because your clients don't care who we think. They care what you think, and that's the point of this, okay? So the vendor list here is it's a demo account. You're not going to have necessarily all these categories, and all these categories are not going to show up automatically. We only show the homeowner categories where you have a business, okay? The exception to that are the 8 basics: painter, plumber, electrician, things like that. But if you don't have one, we prompt the consumer to contact you. 2, if you're missing a list of businesses, you should reach out to us. We can help you find people, especially if you're new in the industry. We are in every state in the country. We're in every major metro area in the country and Canada. In New Jersey, we have a pretty good showing. Email us, email support@homekeepr.com. We can help you find vendors that you can begin to generate your own relationship with. The point is, on the Pro app, this is how you manage them. And the number one thing you'll be doing when you get started is adding vendors. So when you click add vendors, it opens up this choice menu, okay? And you'll see that you can choose to, if you want to, choose from your phone's contacts, right? You can upload your own list of vendors through your contact list. You can type out the list yourself if you want to. That's a bit of a pain. And we had a lot of people talk to us about that. So what we did is we developed the ability for you to add your businesses by taking a picture of business cards. So if you stack of business cards, that is your vendor list, not a problem. That's my business card I'm taking a picture of. So just in place of a business you might use, take a picture, click use photo. It takes a second for the phone to catch up. And then what's gonna happen is it's gonna generate an email from you to support@homekeepr.com that says, please add this to my account. So this brings up a larger point. We will add this data to your account for you. If you have a stack of business cards or a list or a Excel file or however your data is, just send it to us. We will type all this information out for you. You don't have to struggle with this and worry about getting all that data squared away. We'll sort it out. And that goes for everything we do for you. When it comes time to inviting clients, we'll talk about that. We will upload lists for you. You don't have to struggle with the data. We know how busy you are. We'll take care of this for you, okay? So again, adding vendors is as simple as taking a picture or sending us a spreadsheet. We'll upload it, and then bang, you have your vendor list in there. And in addition, when you get to a vendor list and you get inside, we think you should invite the vendors, right? There's an invite button there, because if you upload the information into your account, your clients will see the information. And that's great, but you're leaving some value on the table there because the business that you're recommending doesn't know that you're recommending them. Why leave them in the dark when you can tell them they get a free account, right? They can take over their account, add lots of good information about their business so your clients are more informed, you look better, and they're going to thank you for passing along their name. So we highly recommend you invite the businesses. If it comes time to delete one, just slide to the left and you'll be able to delete it. Okay, my phone's misbehaving. There you go. Slide to the left and there'll be a delete button. If it's an Android, just hold your finger down on the item and a dialog box will pop up. That's adding vendors. Easy, right? especially given that we'll do it for you. So don't let the data get in the way. We'll take care of this for you. The other thing is my clients. So with my clients, it's the same process. We will do this for you. If you have a list, a CRM, you can put it in an Excel spreadsheet and send it to us. We will invite the homeowners for you. When you do invite the clients yourself here, we ask you to tell us where they are in the home ownership cycle, because on this next choice, if you choose email from contacts, we'll email your homeowners for you, a series of 3 emails over 10 days. They can opt out anytime they want, but the point is we'll customize that information. We'll customize that email that goes to them, depending on if they're a buyer or a seller and so forth. So your choices here, as I mentioned, are to draft your own email. If you're very particular about what your clients get, feel free to write up your own email. We'll just give you the necessary link. Email from contacts I went over. You can text from contacts. Some people just want to hear about it on text. Happy days. And the other one is share my invitation link. And this is worth underscoring because there's a very interesting use case here. This is the digital link. It's homekeepr.com/join/some version of your name. This is how you can use digital assets to invite homeowners. That is to say your own email, text on your own, your CRM, your email signature, social media, your website, whatever you want. The social media end leads to a particular use case that I want to take a moment and go over for you. And that has to do with social media and the groups that have formed in recent years. So in the Northeast, I know in northern New Jersey especially, and where I am in Westchester, New York, moms groups on Facebook are very popular. A lot of homeowners there. Nextdoor.com is another place where people are sort of congregating, homeowners are sort of congregating online. So the challenge for realtors we have found can be, how do you stay in there? How do you stay relevant without being salesy? Because if you're constantly just saying to the group, hey, does anybody want to buy or sell real estate, they're going to kind of view that as spam or salesy and ignore you, and they might even kick you out of the group. So with HomeKeepr, you have an opportunity to be proactive by saying you'd like to bring value to the group. And you can use something along the lines of the script we have here, which is to say, hey, everybody, I'm putting together a list of my favorite home service pros in the area. Let me know if you want a copy of the list. And when you do, when people say, yes, I'd love a copy of that list, you can share your join link that I just showed you, okay? So I'm gonna use this as an opportunity to go back to the logged in experience on the website as a realtor, because it underscores and shows you where this link is. It's right here, I'm highlighting it in your account. And I wanna show you what it looks like. Because when someone says to you, I'd love a copy of your vendor list, and you send them your join link, it's not a bait and switch, it's not a sales effort. There is nothing for them to buy. They don't have to create an account. They can jump right in here and search your list of home professionals right there. What you're saying to them is, hey, here's where I keep my list of home service pros. I keep it updated, and it's easier for you to get at, right? So that's what that join link is. That's why it's important to go over that and talk about that social media use case. So now I want to get into the other piece of the feature set on how to, which is the widgets. It's very popular, and I mentioned to you about it, but it's related to the blog and so forth. So I think the best thing to do in terms of how, before getting into the how to, is show you what it looks like. So here we have a live realtor team. It's a team. It's their live website. This is not a demo account. This is a group. I believe they're in Texas. They are, as far as I understand, operating live now. And here is the thing. You'll notice they have home listings and they have a HomeKeepr section here on their website. And they have a Trusted Pros section and a HomeKeepr blog section. Let's look at Trusted Pros. These realtors have put HomeKeepr, their vendor list, on their website. So now their website is a resource for all homeowners. So when they're out and about and anybody says to them, hey, you know a good plumber? They say, yep, just go to my website. It's in the HomeKeepr section. Get anything you need, right? Their website's a resource for everybody. And in addition, on the blog side, their website now has fresh content available to them all the time. We automatically update the blog posts through the widget onto your website. It's pretty easy to set up. The term widget may frighten those who are less tech friendly. Don't worry about it. We have how-to videos down here on exactly how to add it to different systems, okay? You can always email support@homekeepr.com and we'll help you through it. But very quickly, you simply choose, do you want the trusted pros or the blogs? You can do both, but do them one at a time. The point is when you're working on it, you'll want to grab one or the other, either the trusted pro widget or the blog widget. And then you have to know whether your website provider uses JavaScript or iframe. And you choose one of these snippets of code to copy into the appropriate place on your website. And it's usually where they have these little arrows or it says source code and so forth. So it's as simple, it sounds like a mouthful, but it's as simple as grabbing this snippet of code, putting it into the right place on your website, and that's it. And again, we have how-to videos on exactly how to do that for different systems. If you have any questions, email support@homekeepr.com. So that is the end of the webinar proper. At this point, I'm going to go into the Q&A section. Jackie, do you have any, well, let's start here. Athena, do you have any questions you want us to go over? And then we'll let people type in questions and answer them that way. So I'll kick it to you, Athena, for a moment and ask you if you have any questions.
Absolutely. Thank you. This is really informative. I didn't know that HomeKeepr did all this, and to know that it's free is just it's remarkable. So applause to you guys.
Great.
One of the questions that I do have is when a team is working together, and I was just really interested in the last section you were showing, how is it that they're able to share their vendor list to each other to kind of work together to make one concise list? Is there a way for them to log in? How would they start going about to build something like this?
It depends on the team. There are generally two ways to go about the team use case, is that the team can all share one HomeKeepr account. So the vendor list and all the data and all the homeowners are in one spot. Or you can have separate accounts for each team member, and we will coordinate the vendor list on the back end. If you email support@homekeepr.com, Jackie and her team can ensure that the same vendors exist on all three accounts. So they can either
Wonderful.
share one account or they can have individual accounts. It's entirely up to them. I think, Jackie, the most popular solution is to all share one account. Is that correct, Jackie?
Yes, that's definitely the most popular way.
Okay. What else?
And they
Athena?
can
What
be
else
logged in multiple devices at the same time. It won't kick anyone out or anything like that, so they can just stay logged in at all times.
That's awesome. And so the other question I have is, I saw that, David, you were able to take a picture of your business card. Are we saying that this is kind of like our virtual Rolodex now?
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. When it comes to your favorite local businesses, and by the way, people recommend a lot more than home service pros. Anything you think a homeowner might make use of, you can recommend. We have 1,200 categories that are being recommended. And yes, if you anytime you want to just pop something in here, it's a great way to keep track of all your favorite home service pros for yourself and for your clients. And like I said, we'll do all the typing for you. We know it's a pain. Just send it to us.
Awesome. So for a new realtor who might be signing up with Realty One Group and trying to become a little more familiar with HomeKeepr, what would be the first video or the first thing that you feel that they should start with in order for them to just jump into it and start to connect with people to position themselves as the go-to person when they're a new realtor?
Okay, I'm going to go back to the deck for 1 second. You start here in the zone, okay? And then you follow instructions there. When it comes to how to, we have a YouTube channel. Jackie, would you post that, please, in the chat or on the webinar somewhere? YouTube.com/HomeKeepr has a library of how-to videos that go from full-length webinars like this to, we have webinars that go in sections. We have beginner, intermediate, advanced webinars. You can do that. And then we have individual features that are laid out in short 5-minute videos or maybe 10 or 15-minute videos, depending on the feature, about how to use it exactly. And if there's ever any question, it's very important you just hop on support@homekeepr.email, support@homekeepr.com. And in addition, I'm going to show you the help section. I'm going to go back to the website here. If you go to this help section, we have a pretty good library of popular questions, how to, and so forth to go over things. So we do have we support the realtors in as many ways as we can, because people learn in different ways. So we have videos, we have the help section, and we have support at homekeepr.com.
Wow, that's wonderful. I mean, I personally, you have access to all these things, and you never know that it is what it is until you do something like this, and it just opens your eyes to all the opportunities we have to stay connected to people. And like you're saying, we're not asking for business. We're just trying to stay top of mind and be helpful. So I really do appreciate all of the work that HomeKeepr's put into this. This has been a phenomenal webinar. And I hope that all of our realtors can start to take advantage of this free service.
Wonderful. All right. So now, Jackie, are there any questions that you got that would be relevant to bring up for the whole group?
I think you covered a couple of them. Some people had a couple of questions, and then you ended up answering them as you were walking through the features. But if you could go over the frequency that the blogs are emailed to homeowners, and if you could also show them where they could adjust that frequency.
No problem at all. So to remind you, to review, this is the logged in. I'm looking at the logged in dashboard as a realtor. And you'll recognize my info, my vendors, my clients, my widgets. Down here is the shareable blog content, which just means the blogs. And you have access to a library of them as the realtor. So again, if you get one that week you don't particularly love, no problem. Go back and find someone else that you like, okay? We have literally 240 of them now. So we write them twice a week. We send them to you twice a week, generally Mondays and Thursdays. You know, holidays and weird things that happen. Sometimes it varies a tiny bit, but by and large, it's Mondays and Thursdays. We write them and we send them to you. You can decide to do what you want with them. As I said, you can pop them on Facebook. You can have that set up automatically, all that kind of good stuff. New subject. We also send the blogs to your clients. We send the blogs to your clients once a month, unless otherwise indicated by you or the client. And the way you can change it is by clicking right here where it says monthly. So you have a choice. You can send it to you can have us send it to your clients as they're published, weekly, monthly, or choose not to send it to them at all. And they have the same setting. They can decide not to get the blogs. We don't force anybody to get emails, right? They can opt out whenever they want. All right. So the confusing thing can be, we send it to you twice a week. We send it to your clients once a month. And I think I should at this point, Jackie, just show the auto posting link. So what happened is we started doing this. We started writing these blogs twice a week, and people started to post them on Facebook twice a week. And then it got so repetitive, they started to say, you know what, can you just do this for us automatically? So we set that up. So if you'd like the blogs posted to your Facebook business page automatically as published twice a week, just go to m.me/homekeepr and follow the instructions. And if you'd like those instructions, you can download this deck right from the handout section of this webinar, or as with everything else, email support@homekeepr.com, and we're happy to send this deck to you. So you have these slides and you can go over the step-by-step on how to set up auto posting. What else, Jackie? Anything else?
I think that covers everything. I'll just, give people just a couple more seconds in case anyone's typing in any questions, but I think you've covered everything.
Great. Athena, is there anything else you'd like me to go over while we have the webinar going here?
I think that this has been really informative. I think that the question I was going to ask you was, how does that auto post work? And you completely covered it. So that's great for me. I know my realtors appreciate anything where less is more. So
wonderful. Okay, then I guess we'll wrap it up. Again, email support@homekeepr.com with anything you need. Thank you very much for joining us or watching this video. We know how busy you are, and we appreciate your time and your support very much. I'm Dave Weinstein, and my colleague Jackie are very grateful for everything you guys do. Thanks so much.
Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Stay inspired.
Bye, guys.